Olá, muito obrigada por estarem aqui comigo hoje. E eu vou falar agora com o embaixador da Bélgica no Brasil, Patrick Herman. O Patrick está terminando a sua missão no Brasil. Ele esteve aqui no nosso país durante 4 anos. E durante esses 4 anos, ele teve uma missão bem intensa, um contato muito forte com a imprensa, e eu o agradeço por isso, um contato muito forte, inclusive com a Associação Brasileira de Jornalistas da Área Internacional, contato com outros jornalistas e também muitos trabalhos diplomáticos. Então, eu convidei o Patrick hoje para a gente ter uma conversa, para ele contar para a gente e deixar aqui registrado no canal O Mundo Diplomático quais são, eu tenho certeza que ele não vai conseguir falar tudo sobre toda a missão, mas quais são os pontos mais importantes que ele deseja deixar registrado aqui para a gente. Acompanhe aí comigo. Muito obrigada. Ok, Patrick, how are you? Welcome to the program.
I'm very well. Beautiful last Saturday in Brazil. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I must say thank you to you also because I know you are just about to leave Brazil, and then you found some time in your agenda to give us this interview and to talk to us. Thank you again.
Pleasure.
So I would like to ask you a little bit about your mission. I know it's impossible to say everything now, but the most important points, diplomatic agreements, diplomatic points, and also your contact with the local people, with the media. Please feel free and talk to us.
It was a very interesting time to be in Brasilia. I arrived in 2018. It's been 4 years. It came, of course, in the wake of a large number of visits from Belgium, but from all over the world, with the Olympic Games, with the World Cup, and very much a time of quiet diplomatic life. Early 2018, with of course the issues with President Dilma Rousseff a couple of years before. So it was a diplomatic life that was very interesting from the business point of view, very interesting, of course, from the point of view of Brazil's place in the world, United Nations, peacekeeping operations. On the bilateral front, at the beginning, it was a quiet time, but then, of course, end of 2018 were the elections. So I didn't have much time to rest after 4 years in Indonesia.
Right, yeah. And how about the important business points? Do you think that the business areas between Brazil and Belgium, are they strong? Are they getting stronger? What do you see that, for example, you told me once that we Brazilians, they have Havaianas factory in Belgium. I don't know if all the Brazilians know this, that you export beers to Brazil. Can you tell us a little bit about the business?
No, it's the other way around, actually. The company manufacturing Havaianas manufactures them in Brazil and beautifully, but because of its central position in Western Europe, because of a second to none logistical series of hubs, air, port, internal navigation. Brussels is used as a logistical base for many Brazilian companies. We have, of course, Citrosuco, we've got JBS in Antwerp, and we've got Alpargatas as the manufacturers of Havaianas in Brazil, with a major center near the port of Liège, right in the inside of Belgium, pretty close to Germany. Investment in both directions. Of course, I just mentioned Brazilian investments in Belgium, many of them, many small companies also. We have an extremely large community of Brazilians, many of them from Goiás and Minas, established in Brussels and in the other cities, we're talking tens of thousands. So one of the largest foreign communities in Belgium, and very much an enterprising community. So many small businesses, and of course I mentioned Citrosuco, JBS, Alpargatas, the big Brazilian companies are there as well. All the major Belgian companies are in Brazil. Of course, we have our Brazilian Belgian giant of beer manufacturing with AB InBev and Bev. So where Brazil and Belgium have been conquering the world of beer. We have Tractebel, now NG Tractebel, that has been the largest independent power producer in Brazil for 25 years. And all in all together, that makes us, according to the Central Bank of Brazil, the third largest final controller foreign investor in the country. And of course, I'm not even talking about trade. Brazil is our largest trade partner in Latin America. And Belgium, I think, is the fourth or the fifth largest trading partner of Brazil in Europe. So we're talking about a huge undertaking, a huge business scope, getting bigger, of course, with a couple of headwinds, but many opportunities. Of course, the EU-Mercosur agreement that will be making business easier, trade facilitation in the multilateral framework, and of course, if our companies are as excited about Brazil, it's first because Brazil is a wonderful country to invest and to do business in. It's the fifth largest country in the world in terms of population, in terms of size. It's got booming industries, and not only in the agriculture, it's got great universities. So our companies are very excited about doing more with Brazil. We see more requests, more interest from Belgian companies that we've ever had over the past decade. Because Brazil is great, at the same time because the rest of the world is not doing that great, and there are no bright spots economically, especially since the attack on the Ukraine, since the economic setbacks in East Asia, and very much our companies see this, if not as a bright spot, as one of the better spots to be these days.
Wow, I saw that you had a huge responsibility then when you say about this much business that we have together. So being a Belgian ambassador in Brazil was a huge responsibility for you, and I think you did it very well. This is my point of view as a journalist and as a friend. And how was it the people to people and the media contact? Because as a professional journalist, I can tell you sometimes people scare a bit about Brazilian media because we have freedom of speech. We are a democracy. So how was it to you? Because I think you did it very well with me, with my colleagues, with everyone that I saw. How was it for you? How was it with your experience with Brazilian journalists, also people-to-people contact? Because you did also some cultural events in Brasilia.
Well, with you, it was very easy, Fabiana, because we share so many things: a passion for the press, a passion for freedom of expression, for democracy, a passion for art, and a passion for friendship. But there is something else that we share together, is a passion for Asia. And all my career, I've been an Asian guy in China, in Vietnam, in Indonesia. It has always been the place I loved and the place I wanted to be. Then after a while, and because Siobhan, my wife, is more African at heart, I'm more Asian, we were ready for another adventure, not knowing anything, absolutely anything about this country, least of all its language, very little about its culture. And my understanding of Brazilian society, of Brazilian art, of Brazilian literature, still started with Socrates and ended up with Zico, from my passion for football in the 70s or 80s. So we discovered this country. We discovered a wonderful art scene, and not only in São Paulo, also in all the state capitals, and certainly in the federal district. We discovered great food, great drinks, not too much of them, but very many of them. We really discovered, most of all, an absolutely wonderful people. A joie de vivre. The Brazilians can be nervous, can be very much engaged, but on the whole, this is an absolutely wonderful people to live with. So we will miss, of course, Lake Paranoa. We will miss the beaches. We will miss the mountains of the south. We will miss the floresta of the west. But most of all, we will miss the Brazilians from the Nordeste to Uruguayana.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick, for being so kind with us. Thank you for being a good ambassador of Belgium to Brazil. I'm sure you're going with a feeling of a well-done mission, and I have this feeling that you did that also. So thank you for everything. And so I leave for you some final words, farewell words, but I hope you come back one day, or I hope to see you in Belgium one day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We should see each other. As you know, I will be dealing with the Americas for the Belgian Foreign Ministry. So I will be back, and I will be in Brussels for my friends of the Itamaraty, of course, but my friend from Abraginte, and all the people I met here and look forward to seeing again in the future. And most of all for you, Fabiana. It was absolutely wonderful working with you for the past 4 years, and I'm sure we'll have many, many other projects in the future.
Thank you, Patrick. I say the same to you, to your wife, to your family, and on behalf of a president, on behalf of Abraginte also, because I'm a president, I would like to see our journalists there. I would like to visit there as a journalist. I've been to Belgium, but not as a professional journalist, so I would like to be there one day. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for everything, and have a safe trip back home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.